our buddies over at SoFi, which run the little sweet nurturing commercials about how much they love you, and then they sell you crappy financial products. They got a nice stadium, though.
Oh, gosh.
Everybody needs a nice stadium. If you're going to sell crappy stuff, you should have a nice stadium.
With all the profits you make from your crappy stuff.
There you go. So, what's up?
Well, now they're getting into the student loan fight. There's an article that said SoFi Bank sues to block Biden's student loan payment pause. So this is another lawsuit, y'all. And it's not even just to stop the program, it's to stop the pause. The article says a private bank is trying to force the Biden administration to end its pause on federal student loan payments, arguing the moratorium has no legal basis and has cost the bank, known for its refinancing business, millions of dollars in profits.
About hundreds of millions.
That just makes me want to throw up a little bit right there. Like, if you...
Well, that kind of tells you what's going on, yeah.
Their motivation, obviously, is so pure.
Yes.
It says in the federal lawsuit filed Friday in Washington, SoFi Bank asked a federal judge to overturn President Joe Biden's latest extension on the payment pause. Student loan payments were first halted at the start of the pandemic by President Trump. The pause has been extended 8 times over the last 3 years. The bank says its federal student loan refinancing business has suffered because borrowers have little incentive to refinance while payments and interest are on hold. At a minimum, the lawsuit asks a judge to limit the pause only to borrowers who are eligible for the Biden cancellation plan. Biden's latest extension, which was announced in November and could stretch as far as this summer, is unlawful on multiple grounds, the lawsuit claims. The plan is currently being challenged in the Supreme Court, which is expected to rule by June.
You know, this is interesting. The extension, the pause was basically under emergency times in a pandemic. And it was emergency powers, if you will, granted to the president to help things. And it has moved from him, Trump first, and then later even Biden, helping people during the pandemic make it through their student loans. It's moved from that as a motivation to, now I just don't want them to have to pay their student loans, so I'm just going to kick the can. And I'm the guy that can do that. But there's no emergency anymore, so I think kind of, even though I think SoFi's pretty scummy, it probably stands for Scummify, but I think there's probably a basis for their lawsuit.
I know. Well, and even
it's not like it's not like you can go, we have to extend the student loans because of the pandemic. Or like, well, wait a minute, it's over, dude. It's over. Nobody's wearing a mask, dude. Fauci's gone, dude. I mean, really, you need to catch up. That's so 2020. I mean, really. And, you know, it's like he doesn't have that power on that basis anymore.
Well, and that's what they're even saying with the whole cancellation plan right now is he's trying to cancel it, you know, based on what happened in the pandemic. And they're like, that's over. Like, how can we cancel it based on that? So even so far in the Supreme Court case, there's a lot of skepticism from the judges going, wait a minute, how does this connect? And how can you use this reasoning if you're also saying the pandemic's over? So,
of course, the education department comes out and says it's an attempt by a multi-million-dollar company to make money while they force 45 million borrowers back into payments, which is actually true. It is an attempt by a multi-billion-dollar company to collect interest on the loans that they have. I mean,
and also to get more people to refinance. Which I'm like, isn't that horrible marketing to be like, we're going to stop the pause and now you should come refinance with
when they were thinking about filing this lawsuit, did they not consult their PR department?
Yeah, I'm like,
the lawsuit drew
sketchy.
Swift condemnation from borrower advocates who called it a money grab at the expense of those struggling with student loan debt. Well, it could be at the expense of the taxpayers right now. And I didn't have a student loan debt when all this started. Did you? No?
Mm-mm.
So we're paying the interest right now. So, because you know it's not, yeah.
I think it's just important to highlight, too, that these companies, they don't care about you. There's just everybody in the article is evil. Well, it's like they're going to put out...
the government, the Supreme Court, the education department, SoFi. There's no angels in here.
There's no angels in a lot of this process. This whole debate on student loan forgiveness. Like,
it's like all villains. There's no... Where's the hero? All villains in the story. It's a horrible story. It's a villain story.
But then when you see the SoFi commercial after all this, where
Yeah, it
everybody's
just makes
holding
you wanna
hands
puke. Oh, give me
and
a-
they're there to help you and they're so friendly.
We help you get out of debt by borrowing on our stuff.
Remember
you didn't really
this.
get out of debt. You just borrowed the debt. Yeah. You're right.
So
You're right.
sketchy.
No love lost for the Biden kicking the can. No love lost for the education department. No love lost for SoFi, for dadgum sure.
But also a good reminder to start paying on these loans. Like,
Hello.
This
Right
is
now.
all not looking good.
Right now.
Like, we've been waiting for a long time for decisions, and as this is playing out, it's not looking good.
At the same time, we told you not to buy crypto. We told you to get out of debt because it's not going to be forgiven. When all the smoke clears, you're going to pay it. So quit acting like it's not there. Denial is not a river in Egypt. You need to actually not be in denial, okay? You're going to have to pay it. Pay your loan now, as fast as you possibly can. You keep waiting on the cavalry to come over the hill, and it looked like Joe Biden in the lead. It's not. It's Custer's last stand. They're not going to make it, okay? Not coming. They're not coming. They're not coming. You are in charge of your life. You have to fix your life. SoFi is not going to fix your life. They're coming for your throat. The government's not going to fix your life. They're going to lie to you to get your vote and then do nothing. They do that all the time. They are specialists at appearing to do something and nothing occurs. That is like a Washington art form, okay? We are going to announce a new program today that is going to have absolutely no effect, but we're going to try to impress you with it anyway. And this is what they do full freaking time up there.
Ugh,
it's just ridiculous.
It's so sad to watch it, too, happen with real lives. These are real people who are freaking out about their student loans.
Pay them off.
They've been waiting. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I can't afford to pay it off.
Get 6 jobs.
And the payments are coming. Like, the payments are coming. That's going to happen. Like, you have to carve out space. You can't. Like, you have to pay those back.
It's not going away. It's not going away. You can't bankrupt them. You're going to pay it. They're not going to forgive them. You should have already done it. And you just watch the cast of characters here. Everybody in the story is a villain. You're the only hero. Be a hero in your own story. Roll up your sleeves. Get your butt in gear. Get these things paid off. And quit whining about Shut up. 6 jobs. It's what normal people do. It's called calluses on your hands. Wussification of America. Get out there. Get it done. Seriously.